Hey soldiers, welcome back to another edition of Dominating on Conquest. Today we're going to be tackling the Siege of Cairo map. Huge fan favorite map. Thank you developers for making such a fun map with lots to do, lots of corners, different angles you're going to want to take. I would say long distance sniping is a bit more tricky inside of here, so you just have to keep that in mind when you're thinking about how you want to tackle this map. I'll try to point out the couple of fun sniper spots that I have found. That being said, I can't show you everything, but I'm going to try to focus my time on the main objectives where lots of firefighting is going to happen. Because of the squished, rectangular-ish nature of this map, C control is pretty critical to winning. I don't remember a time where I've been on a team that did not control C for most of the time that ended up winning. I'm sure it happens, but it's fairly rare. You can see we've got two tanks. I would recommend making the beeline for C. Unfortunately, my tank is stopping at C to try to grab those few points, which, everybody do it your way. But to make the game easier, it's better if all of us just flood C, because notice their tank's already on C. If he has support behind him, our tank's going to be in a bit of trouble because he's got nobody to repair him. Now there's two tanks there, so then we're doomed. So we're going to take the flank. We're going to let you go first. Nobody over there? Okay. Since we immediately lost C. Poor guy. We're going to have to pull off a bit of a flank here and get some counter pressure to B. So let me show you a good spawn beacon spot. Well, I shouldn't say this is where I put my spawn beacon. You can kind of put it wherever you want. Let me show you where on the map. I'm right on the edge because that's their headquarters, so they're always going to be pouring out here, and they're expecting me to be coming from the flank up like where my tank is. So by putting my spawn beacon around here, allows me to loop around and clear out from the backside. I face a little bit less pressure. Oh, hang on, let me show you one more thing. This is what the battle for C tends to look like. Everybody's like in one building or in one corner, and we're shooting at people in the other corner or in the other building. And then it's like a shooting through windows kind of battle. If you're good with that and good at it, feel free to. There's lots of guns that do particularly well in that kind of style. I'm going to get on this objective with my squad mates. Now let's get this guy capped. If you need a spot to capture from B, you could, kind of pinch up here when this this flimsy plywood wall still exists. Not like it's bulletproof, but they're going to expect you to be right here behind those pieces of wood because it does provide some good cover. They're going to be coming in from there. They're going to be coming in from there, etc. But too late. Now, if we're smart, we're going to roll through and grab A as well. Or come back and wipe them out from C. Just kind of depends on what the rest of my team is doing. It looks like we're trying to make a big push for the back of C. I think I just ran. Oh, I did run past a guy. Ooh. Too busy talking. I'm not paying attention to what's on my screen. So what these blue dots here are doing is they're doing the right thing. They've looped around the enemy and they're shooting them all from behind. Unfortunately, we've lost D in the process and we're losing E. So we better get on A quick. Get this thing done. Now, you could capture from here, but as soon as their tank comes through, like you're done for. I mean, there's just not a good place to capture A from. You can hear their tank, right? I may capture from this back corner so that I can kind of bail out as soon as their tank gets here. I think it just went past us. Why he's going past us? Oh, there it is. Found him. Now, a couple of options if you need to. Let's see if I can sneak behind him real quick. Nope, we can't. Sad. Well, when I get a chance to get back to A, I'll show you like the overlook position. It's basically. Oh, he put a spawn beacon here. Hey, man, you do your thing. All right. Well, we will get a chance to do it. I would not have put a spawn beacon here, but it's all right. So let's let the tank move on. All right. From an overlook position. I think my favorite overlook position is definitely this house in the corner, right? You've got a lot of sight lines to where enemies are going to be coming from. So if your team's capturing it, like my team currently is here, right, you could plant yourself here and just kind of like do that kind of thing and just help them out. Now, when they spawn... Thought I heard somebody over here. Yep, we did. But he's dead in the alleyway. Oh, there you go. So I like that particular spot, and then obviously it doesn't hurt to kind of be over here and kind of peeking up and looking over. You know, totally up to you. In my opinion, this map is just ripe for lots of flanks. Now, I'm going down this alleyway only because I see a whole ton of my team going down there, which means it's relatively clear. I just want to peek over here and see. So I bet they're going to come right down here. Now there's their tank. Hey, buddy. Means my team should be engineers and lay waste to said tank, but we're going to go ahead and help out on the objective. Capturing C is just not a lot of fun, and not a lot of pretty places to do it. Sometimes I'll chill like out in here because I know the other team is over there. Oh, this guy almost got me, right? The other team's like on that back corner where that guy was. I don't know if you saw him really well. I'll heal up a second. And if they do spawn in the alleyway, you do have a little bit of visibility to them. I'd also say you can get in the bus where these guys are. That's got a pretty good spot for it. If I were the other team, you know, you could try to camp yourself down in here. You've got a little bit of cover, but not a ton. But it's definitely an option. So the guy over there. I do sometimes capture where this guy's at because you do have like a little protection from the house across from you. Right? It's not a bad spot for it, but there's just not a lot of great places for it. Alright, the capture for D. They know we're coming, but we have way more numbers than they probably have defenders, right? So they're all... Oh, never mind, they're getting shot in the back by, I think, the tank. If you need another camping spot once your team has D, you certainly can do this, right? Grab a hold of this upper side of the house. Not the worst idea. Okay, I think our team has got it. Good. Alright, now you can see the bullets whizzing through here, which tells me they're camping right here. But, yeah, you can see the tank. The tank's watching this flank. So the tank, good job for doing a smart thing. Protect the flank. Alright, we're losing C. So again, remember how I said the shooting fest from like one building to the other? So like here we're in this building. They're in that building, and then it's like, who can shoot at who, you know, that kind of thing. Like, that's not my cup of tea. Some people are great with their aim, and they're good at that. They want to do it, by all means. Goodness. I wouldn't expect two people to be there, but okay. Let me just heal up a second. Alright, now we can go through. Oh, we're going to get sniped. Oh, I hope a guy's over in the building that I just showed. Oh, everybody's over here. I love it. I'm surprised there's so many people there with my teammates all around it, but hey, to each their own. Okay, so let's talk about attacking from C to B and to A. Everybody knows you're going to be coming out these alleyways, and so I'm going to encourage you, where I just died, you're going to want to clear out that alleyway, I guess you would call it. This little alleyway here. Easy, seriously. Oh, he's got the flank down. You do it. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he ain't resing me. I ain't waiting. I'm not that patient. Alright, now we gotta go clean out C again. So they smartly flanked us. Where does Buddy go? No way. No way with your shotgun. There's a perfect picture of netcode doing its thing. Alright. Now, before we were so rudely interrupted. Okay, let's talk about routes. There's not a lot of routes you can take, right? The best option is to clear this flank, like where the tank is trying to hold steady. I should ideally get to the side of him and like prevent the enemies. They're going to start leaking through here. Right? Guard the flank to the best of our ability. I think our tanks are gone right here. I can't see anything. Too much smoke. Right? You could camp yourself here and just guard. Just be careful because this fence, it's like kind of bulletproof. Why, you ask? I don't know. Oh, look at this guy. I was so shocked to see him just chilling there. But all right. You do your thing, buddy. So that would be one way to do it. You can see my teammates like cluster up in that hallway. And when you do that, then people can leak past you. It's better to be spread out, like control these two edges. So let's do the other edge of the map. The other flank. Here, I'll peek my head out real quick just so you can see. Right? Their tank is doing the right thing right here. They're protecting the flank. They should have people camped in these buildings. Right? You can see they're trying to leak through where my squad mates are. Right? There they are right in there. You go, fellas. All right, but their tank's right there, so we're not going to go and peek our heads out there. And now we've got a bit of a stalemate. But look at how much of an advantage we have, 923 to 540, because control of C is there, right? We're just bleeding them out, bleeding them out, bleeding them out. They need to break this stalemate, and they need to break it soon. We're just going to throw grenades at each other. Oh. Oh, and I can't hit this guy. Their tank still over there? I think he left. I don't see him. Oh, that's weird. I guess they got him. Okay. Good job, team. Nah, don't even res me. You're gonna get shot. You'll notice that I skip the res quite a bit. I don't want to bait a teammate into res me when they're totally out of position. All right, so there you go. There's a little bit about how it works. Let me show you two quick things for D&E. If you are the other team, again, you want to think about putting the spawn beacon in a place that they don't expect it. Not a lot of people chill in this little back corner, right? You definitely could throw a spawn beacon down here, right? Something like this kind of thing. Let me show you where I am on the map. If I were the other team and I wanted to pressure D, I could dump it here. I've also had some good luck putting it way on the edge of the map, like back behind this building, because there's just like nothing out here. So let me show you where I am now. So if you need to pressure D, these are good spawn beacon locations to be able to bring some pressure to D. Okay, let me hightail it over here to E real quick, and I'm going to show you a couple places you might want to consider putting in the spawn beacon. Again, if I were on the other team, so this is like the far end of the map to them, they need to push through and obviously capture E and then plant some spawn beacons. Definitely behind this house, building, apartment complex, whatever it is, right? You can duck in here, and those are a few of these little alleyways. You can consider stumping them in here, right? Right, back in here is a great spot for one. Let me show you where I am on the map, and you can continually apply pressure to E. If you need to watch over and defend E, I think this is a pretty decent spot, before they destroy the whole thing. You got some visibility over into it. And then likewise the opposing house, great spots to watch over E. And then obviously you can kind of keep track of them coming through the flank, we'll call it. So I think my squad mates just died here at the flank, didn't they? Nope, they still got a couple of them there. So here's a couple quick things about all of the objectives, some different places you might want to consider, putting yourself, etc. I like being up in this house before it gets destroyed to do a little sniping, but I'll be doing some more ducking and dodging and weaving. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it across because the tank is right there, but I'll peek my head up and I'll put right on the other side of the tank. Like we may have to... Hang on, they're pushing through over here again. try to drag him out of danger at least a little bit. Ooh, goodness. That got a little bit ugly. Yeah. Alright. Now, the tank has moved on. Let's just kill the... Oh, I got the tank all mad. Don't be mad, bro. Alright, let's see if we can get to one last sniping position that I think was... Yeah, that's pretty nice. I kind of like it, too. If you're on the other team, and like B is your objective, and you're trying to chase after C, let's see if we can sneak through here real quick. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, he put the baby gate down. Make a run for it. Again, that's the sniping perch that you can see the glowing yellow. That's a great sniping perch. I've also seen some folks do some great work, like right up here in this little ledge, especially when they're trying to protect the flank, and then everybody that keeps leaking out here. I think it's a good spot for you to consider doing. Right? A good little sniping perch that's kind of out of the way, especially with the ghillie suit. You can hide behind the plants. Have some fun with it. So again, right where I think this guy is, we're just going to shoot him just for fun. Poor fella. That's a great sniping spot as well. So all right, that's a little bit of kind of fun, different places, different routes you can use, etc. Thinking about beacon placements and a little bit of sniping. So fun to be had in this particular map. So hope you enjoyed it and hope you use some of these different routes.